Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a short video here. I think it's a good information I want to share with you. Okay, this is a 2005 GMC Safari. It's a rear-wheel drive, which really is not important for the video, but just to give all the information on the vehicle. So let me go back to the information here on identify, so we can see it's a GMC Safari 4.3 liters V6 engine. And the customer complaint is that when he starts the car, let me reproduce the problem, which is reproducible. Let me put him on to park. The car starts and run, but you will see that um, the airbag light stays on. Now we have car is running. They got the batteries on, low fuel, ABS, security light. As soon as I put the car, well, right now it's actually not even, as you can see, I select gears and it's not even reading the gears. Before it was. It was actually acting weird because when I put them into drive, these slides, the ABS and so were coming on right now. They're steady on. Should have not touched it before recording for you guys, but so right now I have the scanner connected. I'm using for this a Snap-on Veros Edge, and let me go back to the main. So if I do a code scan, which is trying to communicate with all the modules, I only get communication with like the BCM and well, actually, this time it's not even communicated with anybody. So before I have communication with the BCM and the anti-lock brake system. Let me see if I can still talk to them. And this is the way you should come. Well, actually, no, I cannot communicate with anybody right now. So the first thing that you got to do is a no communication. The car is running. So we have lights. Let me turn the car off. So the first thing that you need to do with these vehicles is come under the dash and find the splice pack, which I already got it. This is the splice pack for all the network. Probably it's not communicating because I don't have it all the way in. Let me hold on one second, guys. All right, so I put the splice pack back in the right way. So let me start the car back up, see if it does as it was doing. Yes. Okay, perfect. So right now, as you can see, the ABS light went out, and I only had the airbag and the security light on. Let me turn this. Actually, this is better. So as soon as I put it, well, look, when I try to go into gear, ABS light comes on, low fuel. As soon as I turn that off, well, it was before. Well, it's probably because I touched the splice pack. Let me try to move that around. Turn the car back off and on. Yeah, the ABS is staying on now. As you can see, without starting the car, the security light goes off. So let's see if we can communicate with the instrument panel. Now that the splice pack is now. Should not mess with that. Body control module. This is what you got to do. Let's see. I can communicate with the body control module and data display, so you can guys see that it's actually communication with it. All right, so we do have communication with that. I know as a fact that we don't have any communication with the control module engine-wise. You see, it's no communication. All right, so I'm gonna leave it in there so we can use that. So what I recommend to do is again find that splice pack, which will be kind of like um, tape right here. You see, this is the footwell driver's side. It will be taped that out. I mean, in there, I took that tape. It's right there. So let me take the splice back out. At least the short and bar. I'm gonna have to put you guys away 1 second. All right, back in business. So this is how the short and bar for all the network is looks. So what you got to do is to see if we have communication back with the ECM is to connect this purple wire, which is I think D, and the green wire right next to them, which is B, which will be the communication for the ECM. So we got the ignition on. Let's try to display codes, and now we are in the ECM, and we're able to see see codes. So we got communication back, meaning that there's not a problem with the ECM. So I'm going into data display. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. Okay, let me turn this light off. So we got everything. And then what you got to do is use another wire. Oops. I'm gonna try to do this with you guys here. I'm doing this a little bit. Yeah, that's probably uh, not too bright. This is the new light that I got. Is super bright. So what I did is I have a jumper connected to the back of those, so I can jump the next. So what you would do is you will go first pin, second, third, whatever. I know now that my problem on here is on the blue wire. Let me again stop 1 second. All right, so now I got a jumper on a third wire, and now that before we were able to communicate with the ECM. Let's go again to engine data and see if we can have communication, which I know as a fact that we will not. It's trying to collect data, and sometimes it jumps. It's kind of like a glitch in the software from Snap-on, and then goes to like no communication. Come on, don't make me a liar. That's weird. Okay, you see what I mean? It took a little bit of a time, but right now we got no communication. So I will just exit from here. It took a little longer, but so what I find out, and what I'm going to do so you guys can see, I'm going to remove that jumper from the third wire, and I'm going to go to one of the upper ones, which I not even know what it's for, unless I go to the wire diagram, which I will go in a second. I'm just trying to do this with you guys here, so you see it live. Make sure that you use the right pin. So I got it onto the upper wire, which is a light green. And now we're going to try to communicate again with the engine computer. So let's go to data display. No, data display. Then engine data. I not even switched the ignition on and off. So as you can see, we have communication. You can see values that are changing, especially on the O2s. Like the map was changing a little bit, from 29 to 0.2 to 29.5, which is okay. But the O2s are changing, which is okay. The heater on it will change, but you can see that we have communication and it's not going away. I can go over to, no, that's the same thing. Sorry, guys. Let's go over to codes menu, display codes, all powertrain codes, and this is what we got. So, again, so let me turn this off so I don't drain the battery in the car. Yeah, that's not a problem. So just turn the ignition off on the car, and then let's go back out of here. And so all you got to do is find the computer data lines. I'm using Identifix for this. This is my preference. I like this software a lot. So the dark blue is a data class 2 inflatable restraining sensing diagnostic module. So it's the airbag module. So it says it's under driver seat. So right now I'm going to see what's going on with that module that is shorting the network. So this is a one wire network system. So if one of the computers is shorted, it will take down the whole network. And I'm actually surprised that the car starts and runs. And I mean, you can drive it. But so this is the way you test it. And now I'm going to find out what the issue is with the SRS module. All right, guys. So stay tuned. All right, guys. I removed the seat. So you can see I cleaned a little bit in here because it was a little filthy. I had to cut the carpet because these bolts in here are just so rusted it's impossible. So I asked for permission to do it. I'm still gonna be under the seat, so it's not gonna be visible. And we can put, like a tape, like a Gorilla tape or something after to seal this back on. No matter what, it always has a hole, but I want to show you that. I mean, look at this, definitely moisture, and that is not good for modules. So we'll see if I can find a module, but this is our problem. Condensation, water, and that's it. So stay tuned, guys. All right, guys. This car definitely needs the airbag module. It's nothing we can do here. I'm actually waiting for some WD-40, which is what I like to see if I can save this connector. The pin itself, up front, they don't look that bad, but it has a lot of corrosion in the back, so I don't know how the connector itself looks yet. So what I'm going to do is to spray it with WD-40, take some of that gunk out. This is the module, as you can see. But so what I wanted to close, because I mean, this is just going to be removed and installed and the car is done. So again, very easy. I want to show you now that I have the car running. The only light that I have is the airbag light. Um, well, we have no RPMs, but believe me, everything is good. So as you can see now that I have no seat, so bear with me 1 second, guys. The Prindle display is now reading as well. Remember, we didn't have that red dot, and we got no more security light, which is great. So the next thing that I want to do is get a full scan. So, okay, that isn't probably because it took too much time. So let's do a full code scan. Obviously, the airbag is not going to show up. Come on. I'm using the last session, so that's probably why it's not reading right. Let me do a refresh. Because I know as a fact right now we got communication with the engine computer, data display. You see, this is one thing I don't like from a Snap-on. This happens every time I turn the scanner to like a sleep mode like this. It loses the communication with the scan module. So guys, just hold on 1 second. I gotta go back and forth. Actually, I want to share this. Maybe somebody needs it. So I haven't restarted. So what you gotta do is go back here, exit the software from a Snap-on, and restart it again. It's not gonna be so bad to wait. Maybe 10, 15 seconds. And as you can see, I have not the latest version of a Snap-on. I don't care about paying a Snap-on no more, or I don't want to. So I got, I think, 17.2, which is working good. All right, so now let's do the ID of the vehicle and start to use the one that I have saved from the last session. So it's a GMC 2005. Let's see if it does the automatic ID, which it didn't do before because of the issue. Probably said maybe because the computer wasn't communicating. Yes, now ring the bean. That's perfect. And now we can do a full code scan. I don't know what is when to jump into current codes. Let me go back to, that was weird. Okay, now it jumps into that. Again, this is just a snap-on glitches, but that's okay. Here is perfect. So we got all these are history codes. So let me, I actually don't need to save. That's already saved by Snap-on. And let me show you. You just go here, vehicle history. And if we use this one, it has a full V number. So all that information is already here. We got U codes, and all this beautiful list. So we go back um, to the scanner and let's clear all the codes. Card is running, but I don't think this will matter here. Let's do another code scan. So the engine has no codes. Relay circuit open, shorter or shorter to ground. And that's the only thing we have. So we have something, the card is not here for that. And I don't think I have the ABS light on. No, actually I do. But let's see if it's because I am running the codes or because if we actually have another one. There should be no issues here. Yeah, the ABS light is back. No security light, so we have another problem. And I'm gonna have to address that with this customer. All right, guys. So again, this airbag. I mean, anti-lock brake light will be a separate video if you decide to repair. Otherwise, this was about the network communication and the problem with the airbag, which is what we found. So hope you guys like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And thank you so much. Have a good day.